The Bagfiller FIBC carousel filling machine has the highest output of any commercially available FIBC filling machine in the world today. Output of over 71-ton bags per hour are being achieved for both granules and powders. Weigh accuracy to 250 grams per ton is available if required. FIBCs can be filled and handled with pallets or without pallets. As the machine has an operating history of over 12 years, and with 15 machines already installed worldwide, handling a wide range of products, the Carousel is a well-proven and tested product. The machine shown here has 3 operating stations. This diagram shows the sequence of operation. Station 1 is for rigging and inflation of the empty FIBC. Station 2 is for filling from an overhead weigh hopper and compacting and settling the filling product to a preset standard, sufficient to make the filled FIBC safe and stable to handle. Station 3 is for the automatic removal of the filled FIBC from the carousel to a run-out conveyor, where it is check-weighed and the FIBC inlet is tied off, ready for removal by fork truck. After rigging and inflating the empty FIBC, the carousel indexes, taking the empty FIBC to the filling station. The cone's table rises to a predetermined adjustable height to support the FIBC during filling. The table lowers to allow the filling FIBC to straighten and rises again and vibrates whilst in the up position. The table continues to vibrate for a preset time to ensure the filled FIBC is compacted sufficiently to ensure stability and safe handling. This diagram shows how the FIBC is filled and compacted. As soon as the filling head is lowered and the cone table reaches the up position, the weigh hopper discharges into the FIBC. When zero weight registers in the weigh hopper, the outlet valve closes and the weigh hopper refills to its preset weight, ready for the next FIBC. The filling head lowers to clamp onto the ring around which the liner and/or filling spout of the FIBC has been outflanged. Rigging of the empty FIBC is carried out by one of the 2 operators for this machine. The loops of the FIBC are slid onto the carousel arms, and the liner and outlet spout of the empty FIBC are outflanged around the clamping ring between the carousel arms. The operator steps back off the pressure safety pads to initiate the inflation fan and clamping ring cover. When inflation is complete and operations at the other stations allow, the carousel will automatically index. Whilst this is happening, the operator is preparing for the next FIBC for rigging. The rotation of the carousel is by pneumatic cylinder and ratchet system, with the cylinder giving the initial push. The carousel freewheels until the lock is reached, and the carousel is clamped. The removal of the filled FIBC from the carousel is made by the conveyor, in this case a belt conveyor, being raised on a scissor lift to a preset height sufficient to allow the full weight of the filled FIBC to be taken on the conveyor and the loops to relax completely. As the filled FIBC moves, the liner and inlet spout of the FIBC are drawn through the clamping ring without distorting the filled FIBC. Both scissor lifts will then lower, the first to its lowest position, ready to receive the next FIBC, and the second to a preset height, to allow the second operator to easily reach the inlet spout for tying off the liner and outlet spout. Under the second scissor lift and conveyor is a check weighing platform, from which information to print a bin card and send management data is located. This particular customer, filling fine powdered borax, uses a soft metal staple tie-off device. When the FIBC is tied off, the operator lowers the second scissors lift to the run-out conveyor height and removes the filled FIBC onto the run-out conveyor. Controls for presetting all necessary functions and movement to cater for different FIBC sizes are located in one main control console, specially engineered for this machine and for each type of product and handling method. The feed systems to the weigh hopper determines the weigh accuracy. One such system for granulates and dense powders uses valves only. Whereas for powders, a valve and metering feeder are used. For very accurate weighing, a top-up feeder at the check weigher is used with filled FIBCs reaching that point in underweight condition, to be topped up to exact weight prior to inlet spout tie-off. Weighing time for 60 FIBCs per hour is 60 seconds, less the discharge time from the weigh hopper, usually 10 to 15 seconds. The machine shown here is for use without pallets, and the FIBCs are designed to suit this method of operation, which allows easy fork truck pickup of the filled FIBCs by cross-corner lifting loops. To remove the filled FIBC from the conveyor by fork truck without pallets usually needs rounded fork tines to prevent damage to the FIBC, as seen here. Installation of the carousel can reduce or even eliminate the need to store filled FIBCs, thus reducing warehouse space in addition to considerably lowering labor costs. You can fill FIBCs faster than you can load them into road trailers, ISO containers, or rail cars. A cheap and easy way to palletize FIBCs is shown here, where one particular customer demands pallets. These filled FIBCs are then stacked on the quay to await barge shipment within 3 minutes of filling with a fine, highly aerated powder. If you need an FIBC filling system, now or in the future, that calls for an output of more than 40 filled FIBCs an hour, then closely consider the bag filler carousel system. It is proved, tried, and tested with a 12-year performance record.